Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on Exocharts. Within this video, we will show you exactly how to set up your charts. Now, if you're just getting into Orderflow, this is exactly for you. And by the end of the video, you will know the ins and outs of Exocharts, so you will be able to adjust these to your own preference. So first things first, let's open up a chart. We select it. And for this video, I'm going to be using Bybit, the BTC USDT pair. Let it load up. Now, once it is loaded up, you already know the drill. We're going to go towards the bottom left. I'm going to be disabling session. I'm going to be disabling the trades. Then I'm going to go slightly upwards, disabling CPL, disabling CPR. And this will leave us with a really clean canvas. First things first, right click, chart settings. Then we've got like a bunch of settings here. We will be going over them all, and we're going to be starting off with the data source. Data source, we're going to be using synthetic volume. Why? Because the volume time price for linear contracts displays a volume as USDT. Now that's what we want. We're going to be scrolling a bit lower, and we're going to be overriding the exchange tick size. Similar to TPO, we want to be using the power of 10. And then ultimately we want to be using the normalized rotation candles. Select this, keep it at 3. And basically what this does is whenever there's a large influx and volatility within the market, sometimes order flow tends to do weird things. We don't want to have that, right? We want to mitigate that. And for that, we need to be enabling this normalized number of seconds. Now let's apply and rebuild, and then we can move towards the most important part, which is defining our rotation. So for those of you who know me, I like to use the trend reverse, and I'm going to be using the 9664. Hit apply, let it load up. Now, if you do want me to make a separate video about this rotation, let me know in the comments. But for this video, let's build the actual workspace. Now that we've done this, we're going to go towards tick size. I'm going to be using a 11 tick size for the sake of this video. So let's move towards the clusters. We're going to be using a delta profile. You can choose whichever you want, right? We can choose between volume, the delta cluster, bid-ask profile, delta ladder cluster, basically whatever rocks your boat. But I've came to the conclusion that using a delta profile alongside the delta text works best for me, because our brains are wired in a way where we can easily spot patterns, and having a layout like that, like we currently have, like for me, it's really easy to see that buyers are getting offside or that sellers are getting offside, right? So to me, this is a sweet spot based on the trend reverse, 11 tick size, and the settings that we have so far. Moving forward, right click, chart settings, because we could still use this as a beginning layout, but I want to fine tune it to my own preference so you guys know exactly which template I use for my personal trading. Moving on, chart. I want to have a different background, so I'm going to be deselecting this. And for my background, I'm going to be using this color. Now, I will put all the color codes in the description below as well for ease of use, but this is the color that I want to go with. I'm not a huge fan of the grid, so I'm going to be disabling that by going towards the axis section. Top right, disable the grid. I also don't have to have the ticker in my screen, so I'm going to go towards info, and I'm going to remove the watermark color. For that, I need to disable the theme. Click here, and then slide the slider all the way towards the left side of this pane. Hit OK. All right, so there's that. Now, we've done our background. That's good. The time markers and labels, we don't necessarily need these. What we do need is a separate color for the text. Now, short numbers, yes, we want that, because if we enable this, look, we can see all of the numbers, but to me, it's not needed. I need to have short numbers. I need to know millions, 100K, etc., etc. Do we need to hide zeros? No, we don't. You don't have to adjust these settings. What you do want to do is override cluster text color, select this, and then we're going to be using this as our text color. Click it, fill it in. All right, moving on. Cluster. Let me zoom out a bit more so you can see what I'm actually doing. So the cluster type we already defined is the delta profile. Calculation mode, this is very important. Set this to delta. With calculation mode, we're keeping this adaptive. You can choose to opt for current rotation or fixed delta, but honestly, the adaptive version is really good, and I would only advise setting this to a 5 setting to, just get the bulk out of the candle. So 550, perfectly fine. So let's adjust some of these colors, and I'll be starting off with the darker red shade. For that, I want to have this color. And then for the lighter red, I want to have this color right here. Let's get that in like that. Hit OK. And then for the blue, I want to have this as my darker shade, like that. And then for the light shade, I want to have this, like that. And then finally, do I want to adjust anything here? No, I don't. I think this looks good. You can choose to change the gradients like here, right? Where it basically flips on you. For me personally, I don't really have to have that. I think it is perfect as it is. What I do want to adjust is the candle, because I think there's too many colors going on right now within the scheme. So we're going to adjust the red to this grayish color. Like that. And then the green is going to be a bit lighter. Like this. All right. No, we're going to be adjusting that. This needs to be the down color. And then this is going to be the up color. Yes, like that. So we've got a lighter version for the up close candle. And we've got a darker version for the down close candle. I think it's a bit of a tiny bar, but if you want to have like a slight increase, I'm setting this to 4, but you can adjust the width by just, you know, maybe you want to have it at 10, or maybe you want to, I don't know how high this is going, 20, right? But I think having it at 4 and then selecting side candle clustered, which is allowing me to have little dashes within the candle. I think this looks great. Moving on towards, you know, info, we already did everything here. Axis, we already adjusted the grid. Then we're going to go towards the point of control. So this is important as well. We are going to be using the raw tick point of control, because that's basically Exocharts using a single tick calculation for the point of control. So watch, if I enable this, you will see the point of controls slightly alter. Look, right? That's because it's a better calculation. Now, do I want to have a border? No. Do I want to have it filled? No. What I do want is a text custom color like this, nice and white, column on the eyes, but at least it shows me where the point of control of that actual rotation is. Do we need to adjust anything of these settings? No. If you want to enable the naked point of control, you could do so here. But let's be honest, that's a lot of noise within the chart without actually giving you any insights. So I'm just going to leave this disabled because it doesn't really add any value to me. And then for the rest of the settings, perfectly fine. Imbalance, we're not using this. Value area, yes, I want to have that. Do I want to have value area lines? Slightly, but I want to have it a bit of a darker shade, maybe a bit like this, like that's perfect, right? So this is the color that I'm rocking with. 68 is good. I want to adjust this to 65 for a slight adjustment within opacity. No, let's keep it at 70. 70 looks better. Volume, we don't have to adjust anything here because we're not using it. Rect, same story, you don't have to use it. And then we're hitting apply, and then we're scrolling out, and well, look at that. How clean this order flow chart looks. In my opinion, I mean, comment below if you think somebody else's looks better, but honestly, I think mine looks the best, and you know, period. So, thank you all for sticking through this entire video. If you do want to support me, leave me a like, comment below on what you want to see next, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.